Hey guys, I thought I'd just give you an update on the Fighting Fat with Fearless Faith coaching program. I have gone through several assessments over the last week and a half, and I've enjoyed getting to know a lot of you, and I'm just still amazed at how many of you are interested in this coaching program and how many of you want to be a part of this troop. And I would love to accept everybody, but I can only take 10 because I want to be able to dedicate the time I do have to these 10 individuals to get them through the 10 combat maneuvers that are in the program, in the Fighting Fat with Fearless Faith program, and helping everybody customize their own battle plans. And that means I need to work with them on setting SMART target goals and on marching orders, which are action items to get them to those SMART target goals, and help them develop a complete drill command for each area, which means that we'll need to work on their physical health and their spiritual health. And so that takes a lot of time. So although I would love to take everybody, I can only take 10. You know, and I will say that one thing that seems to be a common theme among everybody I talk to, that seems to be the root cause of why they are not at optimum level of health is this root of fear. You know, you see, the father of lies, Satan, he loves to lie to us, to tell us that we aren't good enough, and that, we'll have these thoughts of fear, such as fear of failure, fear that we won't be able to lose the weight, or fear that we'll lose the weight and then we'll gain it all back, or the fear of what others will think if we do lose the weight. Will that cause us to have so much attention that we don't want on ourselves? Or the fear of losing the weight and then what others will say, or the fear of going to the gym and being judged, or all of these fears come into play. And the father of lies wants us to focus on those fears, because if we're focusing on those fears, then guess what? We're not focusing on our true Father God. You see, there is one fear that we should be focused on, and that is the fear of the Lord. And I say this fear is because it's not like an unhealthy fear. This fear is actually meaning that we are in awe of our Father. And, it's a good fear to have. And so I work with you on developing a healthy fear of the Father. Right? So as we go through the Fighting Fat with Fearless Faith program, there are faith factor fear buster strategies that I have you combat, right? So as you go through, you're going to learn how to no longer fear not being able to lose the weight. You'll no longer fear of of losing the weight and regaining the weight, but you will learn how to choose to fear the Father. You see, in the end, that's what it's all about. It's about getting our minds right with God. And as we work on renewing our minds, retraining our minds to believe the truth, to believe that we are to be loved, to learn how to love ourselves no matter what size we are, to find joy in the midst of suffering, to be at peace in the process while we're losing weight, to be at content in all circumstances, to, be patient, because patience is an uphill battle, and to learn to really just enjoy the process of becoming a healthier you. To learn to be gentle with ourselves, to get on the scale and say, okay, it's okay, I did all I could this week. Or if I didn't do all I could this week, it's still okay. I'll do better next time. Instead of being harsh on ourselves. We are to be gentle with ourselves. And not only that, but to be kind and to say kind things to ourselves. So as we look in the mirror, and instead of reading the words on the mirror that says shame and regret and humiliation and embarrassment, ugly, fat, we look in the mirror and we see one big word, and that word is love. We love ourselves no matter what size we are, and we are kind to ourselves, and we think kind thoughts. You know, goodness, we realize no longer is God the enemy. He is not punishing us because we're overweight and unhealthy, but that we need to draw on His strength and realize that we can fill up on His goodness, because that goodness is the fruit of the Spirit that you're learning how to produce, such as the love and the joy and the peace and the patience and the kindness and the goodness and gentleness and faithfulness and self-control. You know, and so then, you know, you learn that, you know, God is faithful. But most importantly, you learn that you can have self-control, and you learn to become disciplined. I take you through all of this. And that's what Fighting Fat with Fearless Faith is about. It's about helping you fight the spiritual battle, because the father of lies wants you to be stuck and paralyzed in fear. So, fear. Choose not to fear any longer, but instead choose faith. Fight back with fearless faith. Look, I know there's many of you also that, you know, I hear that, you know, I just don't have the money. I don't have the money right now. And that's fine. I get it, you know. But still, if you don't have the money, I beg and plead you not to buy my program, but to invest in yourself and in your health, because guess what? Your body is not your own. Your body is God's temple. Whether that's just spending 10 minutes a day walking, choose to live and choose to fight for God's temple. Because in the end, you are here for one purpose, and that's His purpose. Don't ever forget that. Anyway, I really enjoyed the assessments this week. And I have many more lined up for next week and the week after. But again, I can only take 10 of you. But I also am having a webinar on June 10th at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you are interested in the webinar and learning more information, comment below or reach out to me through Messenger or through email. I'd love to have you on board for that. It's a 2-hour webinar. You get a hard copy of the book. You get a digital copy of the book. You get to belong in a secret study group with all the others that join the webinar. And you get bonus material on beating the battle of binge eating, and so much more. So just check it out. It's on my Valiant Women page too, the event is. And if you're interested in the one-on-one coaching, make sure you let me know as soon as possible, because my time is limited, and I would like to get you in for an assessment to see if we should move forward with a coaching relationship. So anyway, I hope you have a fabulous day. And remember, choose faith over fear, and invest in yourself. God bless.